Hello everyone, Christian Shreve here, bestboxingbets.com. Glad to be with you. I enjoy all your emails, and this is a different format for some of you to contact me. I'm going to be doing more and more of this, so you can start transferring the questions and queries over that way. I'm going to be doing this visual medium more and more. So let's get right down to it. The 1990s. Who was the best and why? There's been a lot of debate about this. I'm not really motivated to repeat what other people have said. Some say it was Evander Holyfield. Some say, you know, it had to be Roy Jones. A lot of people will insist it was Pernell Whitaker. And still there are others that say, well, Whitaker might have beaten Chavez, but the legacy of Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. is unbeatable. Okay. We've heard all that. We've read it. We've seen it. The proof of these statements and their merits is obvious. I'm going to talk about two unsung, mostly unsung, legendary fighters who happened at the same time and who I believe deserve a rightful place in that upper echelon of legends. The first is Ricardo Lopez. Come on, everyone. His big crime was that he didn't speak English. If he had, he would have been on the cover of Sports Illustrated and been made over $10 million in the boxing ring. I mean, whatever Michael Carbajal could do, Ricardo Lopez could do twice. And I look forward to the days when his legacy is fully appreciated by the whole world and not just Mexico, and not just the diehard aficionados of boxing. But what I really want to talk about is the fighter that nobody puts in the equation, but may deserve to be at the top of the list. This is somebody from Europe, somebody who started with fencing, became the European champion, moved to kickboxing, became a world champion there, black belt Hall of Fame competitor, undefeated boxer, world champion, legendary skill, ability. You know where I'm going with this? Maybe, maybe not. Could do everything flawlessly, had unbelievable power, and throughout this boxer's prime was never fully tested. Who is it? It's Lucia Riker. And some people are right away going to say, you can't have a woman on the list. I disagree. I disagree. Now, some people are going to say, well, look, you know, this is the person who did the choreography for $1 Million Baby, and we'll concede this is next. Look, this person was so good that they had to find a man to beat her. And it wasn't an easy fight. It ended in the third, but I mean, it was a case of having to go outside the classifications for which she had signed up to find somebody competitive. You just don't see that. You don't. I mean, in the 70s, they did take Chuck Wepner and say, "Hey, you're going to wrestle with a bear," but Lucia Riker was so good that the top box office draw, Christy Martin, refused to face her because she said, I only fight women. And what she was saying is, this is basically like fighting a man. And I believe that in the annals of history, if you evaluate comparative skill, this is the most dominant female fighter in history. But more to the point, in terms of controlling distance, in terms of facing anyone and everyone, I can't justify a top pick as the best women's boxer in history for Layla Ali, although she was most impressive in many ways. But Lucia Riker, I believe, is the unsung champion of the 90s, and I believe she deserves her rightful place next to Roy Jones, Julio Cesar Chavez, Holyfield, and the rest. Your thoughts. Keep them coming. Christian Shreve, bestboxingbets.com.